For more than 2,000 years, Japanese households quietly relied on humble roots pulled from mountain soil and river mud to keep their digestion strong. Long before probiotic capsules existed, these 15 ancient roots did the job better. If traditional healing wisdom interests you, consider subscribing so you never miss a video like this. Number 15. Burdock root, gobo. Buried 2 to 3 feet deep in cool Japanese soil, the long brown root called gobo has fed villagers and emperors for over 1,000 years. Stronger than ginseng, cheaper too. Burdock looks and smells a bit similar to ginseng and is sometimes referred to as Oriental ginseng, though it costs a fraction of the price. Its real power lies inside. Burdock roots are packed with inulin, a soluble dietary fiber, and a prebiotic, a food source for beneficial bacteria in the gut. One serving of the traditional gobo salad delivers over 12 grams of fiber. That is more than most American adults get in a full day. Number 14. Konnyaku, konjac root. The konjac tuber looks like a gray rubber stone when pulled from the ground, but the Japanese have transformed it into a gut-supporting food for over 2,000 years. Cleveland Clinic confirms the root, or corm, of the konjac plant is high in glucomannan fiber, and foods made with konjac flour and gels may be good for your gut, weight, and heart. Konjac may benefit gut health by improving your gut microbiome because konjac glucomannan does not break down in the stomach. It is a prebiotic, which means it is a food source for the healthy bacteria that live in your gut. The FDA officially added glucomannan to its dietary fiber list in 2020. Number 13. Kudzu root, kuzu. In the early 20th century, a traditional Japanese remedy called umsho kuzu spread through macrobiotic households across rural Japan, soothing stomachs that no Western medicine could touch. Kuzu root starch, extracted from the roots of the kuzu plant, has been used medicinally for over 2,000 years in Eastern medicine to treat fevers, acute dysentery, diarrhea, and more. It supports digestion by strengthening the intestinal lining and has anti-inflammatory benefits due to its high flavonoid content. Dissolved in hot water with umeboshi plum and soy sauce, the chalky white powder forms a clear gel that coats the gut. Old farmers swore it could settle any stomach, even after the worst meal. Number 12. Daikon radish. In the back gardens of nearly every Japanese farmhouse, the giant white daikon hangs drying for the winter pickling season. It contains a number of enzymes that are said to be good for health, particularly amylase and diastase, which help break down starchy meals and reduce the heavy fullness that aging digestion struggles with. The Sakurajima variety, grown near Kagoshima, can reach a length of 1.5 meters and weigh more than 40 pounds. Most American radishes weigh less than 2 ounces. Grated daikon, called oroshi, is traditionally served beside fried fish to cut grease, neutralize oil, and ease digestion before the meal even ends. Japanese grandmothers still keep a small grater on the counter for exactly this purpose, treating heartburn and bloating the same way their own mothers did. Number 11. Lotus root, renkon. Pulled from the deep mud of still ponds, the hollow, geometric lotus root has graced Japanese temple plates for centuries. In Japan, lotus root has long been considered one of the most precious and medicinal vegetables, and its cross-section, with its perfect ring of hollow chambers, was once believed to symbolize an open path through the body. Lotus root is believed to have many great health benefits, including its ability to improve digestion, reduce cholesterol, lower blood pressure, and boost the immune system. 3 grams of fiber per cup. Buddhist monks served it during fasting periods to settle the gut and prevent constipation during long meditation retreats. Today it appears in kinpira renkon, a stir-fry that elder Japanese still cook every New Year as a wish for clear health in the coming year. If traditional gut-healing foods from around the world fascinate you, drop a comment and let us know where you are watching from. We are always curious to see how far these forgotten remedies have traveled. Number 10. Nagaimo, Japanese mountain yam, older than rice in Japan. Yamaimo have been a traditional vegetable eaten in Japan since before the Jomon period, around 12,000 to 500 BCE, and its history is longer than the one of rice in Japan itself. Grated raw, it produces a sticky paste called tororo that ancient texts described as a tonic for tired stomachs and aging bodies. It is rich in amylase, a digestive enzyme. Amylase stops working when heated above 75 degrees Celsius, so eating yamaimo raw preserves the components that aid digestion. The slimy component is a type of dietary fiber called galactin, which coats and soothes the digestive tract, protecting the stomach lining from acid and ulceration the way older bodies often need most. Number 9. Takuan, fermented daikon, crunchy, sour, bright yellow. The pickle no Japanese household went without through a long winter. Takuan is made by hanging daikon to dry for weeks in the cold air, then burying it for months in fermented rice bran called nuka miso. Pickling things like Chinese radishes with nuka miso, smelly fermented rice bran, in a ceramic pot has traditionally been a way of preserving vegetables for the winter months. The fermentation produces live lactic acid bacteria, the same family of microbes that modern probiotic capsules try to copy. A few crisp slices alongside steamed rice was the everyday gut tune-up, eaten 3 meals a day in the rural countryside, free of charge and far older than any pill. Number 8. Ginger root, shoga, sliced into miso soup, simmered in dashi broth, or pickled bright pink beside grilled fish. Ginger has warmed Japanese stomachs since the Heian court of the year 800. Old women in the countryside still grate it into hot water at the first sign of chill or indigestion, sweetening it with a touch of honey or umeboshi paste to settle a turning stomach. The pungent compounds, gingerol and shogol, stimulate stomach acid and gut motility, helping food move through without bloating or stagnation. For older adults whose digestion slows with age, a small piece chewed before meals quietly does what no over-the-counter remedy can. It is the quiet workhorse of Japanese kitchens. Cheap, available, and absolutely essential. Number 7. Turmeric root, Yukon. The Ryukyu Kingdom, what we now call Okinawa, cultivated turmeric root for centuries, brewing it as ukan-cha tea. Okinawans, famous for living past 100 at rates higher than almost anywhere else on Earth, drink it before banquets and after heavy meals to settle the gut and protect the liver. The active compound, curcumin, calms inflammation in the intestinal lining and supports the production of bile, which helps the gut process fats more efficiently. Modern research has confirmed what Okinawan grandmothers always knew. A small cup of bitter yellow tea, taken daily, quietly does what expensive supplements promise to do at 10 times the cost. Number 6. Wasabi root, Han wasabi. Grown only in cold, clean mountain streams of Shizuoka, Nagano, and a handful of other regions, true wasabi root is one of the rarest vegetables in Japan. Most American restaurants serve dyed horseradish paste instead of the real thing. Authentic Han wasabi takes 3 full years to mature in flowing spring water. Its sharp green paste contains natural antimicrobial compounds called isothiocyanates. Edo period sushi chefs paired it with raw fish for a reason. Long before refrigeration existed, wasabi helped prevent the foodborne illness that could ruin a household in a single evening. The same compounds today appear to help balance harmful gut bacteria and protect the stomach lining. The fire on your tongue is medicine in disguise. Number 5. Taro root, satoimo. A small, hairy root the size of a child's fist, satoimo has been cultivated in Japan since long before rice arrived from the mainland. Boiled in nimono stews or simmered in dashi, it releases a soft mucilage that coats the gut and soothes irritation in the digestive tract. Its soluble fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria and produces short-chain fatty acids that protect the colon lining as we age. Japanese families traditionally serve satoimo during the autumn moon viewing festival, Tsukimi, a quiet reminder that this root predates almost every other staple on the table. Older Japanese still call it the grandmother's root, eaten weekly to keep digestion steady through every season. Number 4. Myoga, Japanese ginger. Often mistaken for a small pink flower bud, myoga is the edible shoot of Japan's native wild ginger, harvested fresh from shaded garden corners in late summer. For centuries, it has been served raw, sliced thinly on cold tofu, or floated in summer soups to stimulate appetite and aid digestion during the humid months. Its mild, peppery bite triggers saliva and stomach acid before the main meal arrives, priming the digestive system the way modern dietitians now recommend with bitter aperitifs. Old samurai cookbooks listed it as a remedy for sluggish digestion in summer heat. Today, Japanese grandmothers still grow it in shady corners of the garden, calling it the easiest medicinal plant to keep at home. Number 3, gari, sushi pickled ginger. 2 thin slices between courses. That is all it takes. Gari is young ginger pickled in rice vinegar, a tradition perfected during the Edo period when raw fish became popular street food in the growing city of Tokyo. The vinegar and ginger together help neutralize parasites and bacteria that could spoil raw seafood, while stimulating digestive juices for the next bite. It cleanses the palate, yes, but it also resets the gut between meals. Every sushi counter in Japan still serves it. Few diners realize why. Number 2, yamagobo, pickled mountain burdock. Slender wild burdock, harvested from the mountains and pickled in soy and miso brine, gives Japanese families a double-action gut food. The inulin prebiotic from raw gobo remains intact, but fermentation adds living probiotic bacteria to the mix. One bite delivers both food for good bacteria and the bacteria themselves. It appears in bento boxes, in osechi New Year platters, and in temple meals. Crisp, dark, and salty, yamagobo is one of those traditional sides that quietly outperforms modern fermented supplements at a fraction of the cost. Number 1, satsumaimo, Japanese sweet potato. On cold winter evenings in old Tokyo neighborhoods, a quiet whistle could be heard rolling down the alleys as the yaki-imo vendor pushed his small wood-burning stove from door to door, selling roasted sweet potatoes wrapped in newspaper, and this gentle ritual still continues today in modern Japan, where the satsumaimo is loved not just for its warmth and honeyed flavor, but for its quiet, healing power, since slow roasting on river stones at around 70 degrees Celsius converts its starches into easily digested sugars, while preserving the resistant starch and soluble fiber that feed beneficial gut bacteria and produce butyrate, the short-chain fatty acid that strengthens the colon lining. And as the custom of selling these warm potatoes originated after the Great Tokyo earthquake in 1923, when vendors brought food to people whose houses lay in ruins, the satsumaimo became, and remains, both comfort and medicine in a single humble root.